Ебать, что за хуйня? Иди сюда. Да ну нахуй. Пиздец.
Or it'll just move the shirt in the closet. Hey, if you can hear me, just move it again.
A disturbing video from the early 2000s shows a young man's terrifying experience in a haunted apartment. He heard strange noises at night, boxes moved around in the attic above his room, and a woman's screams. He couldn't sleep and used a nightlight. To understand what was happening, he placed his camcorder in the attic. The footage shows strange things. Objects thrown to the floor and the attic door slamming shut behind him. As he ran away, the camera captured a chilling, ghostly face. The young man thinks evil spirits are trapped in the apartment, maybe due to dark rituals. His experience is a frightening journey. Watch the eerie evidence and wonder, will he survive the night or be consumed by darkness? This scary encounter will keep you on edge, making you think about mysterious forces lurking in the shadows. The ghostly face on film will haunt your mind, leaving a lasting sense of fear. In a moment of despair, a grieving individual visits the grave, seeking comfort from the deceased. However, this choice awakens a sinister force, filling their life with dread. Ominous events unfold.
We're going to use this ghost tube app, which is running right now. We're going to go over to the basement door and see how that works out here.
Regret.
Oh, what do you regret? That happened fast. Regret what?
The piano plays eerie tunes autonomously. Mysterious sounds echo through empty corridors, and objects move as if possessed. Despite efforts to document the supernatural phenomena, the disturbances escalate, leaving the person paralyzed with fear. An attempt to purify the residence reveals a spectral presence that vanishes into thin air. Surveillance footage shows an invisible entity manipulating the surroundings, instilling foreboding. Doors creak open, inviting darkness, while shadows twist like sentient darkness. A cautious visitor encounters harrowing incidents: shattered glass, open cabinets, and a malevolent presence invading their psyche. They flee, vowing never to return, leaving the individual to face nightmares alone. In the stillness of night, a threatening entity lunges from shadows, intensifying the haunting. A chilling warning arises: beware the repercussions of contacting the dead. A mysterious video shows two Russian friends having a terrifying experience in a house. They're relaxing when strange things start happening, keeping viewers on edge. An object suddenly flies off a table, crashing to the ground with intense force. Its size and weight suggest an unseen force is at work. The friends' laughter quickly turns to screams as they realize they're not alone.
Ебать, что за хуйня? Иди сюда.
Да ну нахуй! Пиздец!
Flickering lights create a spooky atmosphere, like a malevolent presence is controlling the electricity.
Включил. Смотри, нихуя себе.
Нихуя,
Ебать.
ёбать! Да ну нахуй!
Пиздец. Нихуя себе.
Бля! Да ебал ты, мудак ёбаный!
Ебать.
Да
Нихуя
ну
себе.
нахуй!
Слышь, хребет кто-то.
Ёбаный в рот!
Objects fall, and loud thuds echo through the room, making it seem like the house is shifting and groaning. Total darkness envelops the area, heightening their fear and disorienting them. Their terrified voices reveal genuine fear as they desperately try to escape. But doors slam shut, trapping them. Are they facing a sinister entity that feeds on their fear? Every moment feels like an eternity. Mysterious whispers seem to come from nowhere, taunting the friends. Shadows dart around the room, taking twisted forms. Every creak and groan makes them jump, anticipating the worst. The air is thick with malevolent energy. Frozen in fear, the friends can't move or escape. Darkness closes in, suffocating them. Their screams are drowned out by the cacophony of bangs and crashes. Will they survive the night, or become the house's latest victims? An eerie online purchase led to a chilling discovery, a box containing an old doll bought for just $5. The seller's strange questions had raised concerns, but the buyer had proceeded with the transaction. When the box arrived, weird things started happening. Unusual noises filled the room, suggesting an unseen presence.
I swear this box just moved on its own. Should we do that again?
The box moved on its own, startling the owner. The doll inside changed position, causing fear.
Oh,
Efforts to ignore the doll failed as bizarre events continued. Knocking sounds came from the closet where the doll was kept. When opened, the doll was up front, as if waiting. More unexplained things happened. A guitar slid across the floor. Loud banging noises echoed. And the bathroom sink turned on mysteriously.
things happened outside my room.
The shower curtain moved, seemingly pushed by an unseen force. Seeking answers, the owner asked the spirit to move the curtain again. And it did. A shirt in the closet shifted, increasing fear. The owner considers contacting the seller to uncover the doll's dark past. A haunting has become a constant nightmare, leaving the owner anxious. Will they find answers, or will the doll's evil influence take over? The events raise questions. What secrets does the doll hold? What force is behind the haunting? In a chilling turn of events, a solitary resident's ordinary life takes a dark and ominous turn. One evening, while watching a movie, unsettling footsteps echo through the empty halls, disrupting the peace. The brave individual, frozen in fear, records the strange events, capturing the eerie sounds on video.
Estaba viendo una película aún y
Y como que, weón, estaban golpeando la puerta, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro, te lo juro. Y no, conche tu madre. No, weón, conche tu madre. Conche su madre, weón. Ay, weón.
The footage reveals knocks on multiple doors, each one sending chills down the spine. Investigations yield nothing but an unsettling silence. Shadows flicker on walls, and the air thickens with a malevolent presence. Unfortunately, this marks the beginning of a terrifying descent into fear. Strange occurrences escalate the next day, plunging the resident into a living nightmare. A knock at the front door prompts a fateful decision. Opening it.
La puerta que están tocando de nuevo. Y... Mira, mira. Te pueden escuchar.
To their horror, no one is there. The wind whispers haunting melodies, and darkness seems to move like a living entity. This impulsive act unleashes a sinister force, inviting terror into the home. Paranormal disturbances intensify, spiraling the situation into chaos. Knocking persists, each blow growing louder and more menacing. Doors creak open by themselves, revealing dark voids. Shadows twist into grotesque forms, watching and waiting. The resident's sanity begins to unravel as entities close in. Will the resident survive the wrath of unleashed spirits? The nightmare has only just begun, and darkness will not rest until it claims its victim. Knocking continues, a haunting reminder of horror within. In the stillness of night, two curious siblings accidentally awakened a sinister entity, shattering their family's peace forever. The Ouija board, once a harmless curiosity, became a gateway to unimaginable fear. An unsettling presence invaded their lives, revealing itself in both subtle and disturbing ways. Doors creaked open, inviting darkness. Ghostly figures lurked in shadows, while objects moved as if guided by invisible forces. Unsettling whispers echoed through hallways, chilling their blood. As time passed, the family faced unspeakable horrors. Parents were awoken by unseen forces, their blankets torn away. Phantom shapes flitted through rooms, vanishing without a trace. Cryptic symbols appeared on walls, glowing ominously with malevolent energy. Surveillance footage captured the inexplicable. Doors slammed shut, trapping family members. Furniture rearranged itself, as if moved by an unseen presence. Disembodied voices delivered cruel taunts, echoing through empty corridors. 2 years of relentless terror took its toll. Sinister incidents threatened their lives, while disturbing rituals unfolded in the dead of night. An oppressive atmosphere of fear suffocated them every moment, causing their grip on sanity to slip. The encroaching darkness became an inescapable shroud of terror. The family's fate hung in the balance as the Ouija board's malevolent force tightened its grip. Their lives became a perpetual nightmare, trapped in a realm of horror. Ultimately, the darkness consumed them, leaving only haunting silence. The Ouija board, once a harmless game, unleashed a terror beyond comprehension. The shadows enveloped them completely, resulting in an oppressive silence. A seemingly harmless game unleashed a terrible curse, trapping them in a never-ending nightmare. Their cries were silenced by the evil that surrounded them, as an invisible force took control of their souls. There was no escape, no comfort, only endless fear. The terror they unleashed consumed them totally, forever sealing their fate. The darkness closed in, relentless and eternal, serving as a chilling warning to those who dare to tempt fate. Thank you for watching. We appreciate your support and hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content, share with your friends and family, and like and comment below. Your engagement means everything to us. See you in the next video.
C'est pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche
A disturbing video showed a terrifying sequence of events in a bedroom where two people were sleeping peacefully. The room was filled with darkness and an eerie presence. A shadowy figure quickly moved under the bed, making the air feel thick and heavy. Then, a ghostly hand slid down the doorway, leaving a chilling trail. The bedroom door creaked open by itself, disrupting the peace and causing chaos. The sleeping individuals woke up with a start, consumed by fear. They threw pillows desperately to protect themselves from the sinister force. A chair mysteriously slid across the floor, intensifying the chaos. Objects moved inexplicably, and the air was filled with an oppressive evil. The footage sparked intense debate, with some attributing it to paranormal activity and others calling it a hoax. Regardless, the experience left a lasting impact on viewers. The darkness that invaded the bedroom seemed to penetrate the souls of those who witnessed it, raising questions about the unknown and leaving a legacy of fear and doubt. The unsettling events were forever etched in memory, serving as a grim reminder of the terror that lurks in the shadows. Harmless-looking used doll unleashes dark and malevolent force into a young woman's life, shattering her sense of security. Initially, the doll seems innocent, but soon reveals terrifying true nature. Disturbing cries of a suffering child echo through her mind, and the doll seems to summon unseen force, intensifying agony. Desperate for relief, she discards the doll, but an evil presence lingers. One dark night, the closet transforms into a horror scene. Blood-curdling screams fill air, followed by chilling sight. Ghostly child's hand emerges from shadows, opening door. Though the closet is empty, a malevolent entity closes in, threatening grip on reality. She believes the doll has unleashed demons disguised as children, hell-bent on tormenting her. Reality and horror blur, plunging her into decades of relentless fear. This chilling tale serves as a haunting reminder. Some secrets best left unspoken, some objects better left untouched. After a 2-week absence, a courageous individual returned to face a terrifying ordeal. Evil spirits waited, eager to spread fear. In her child's room, a creepy voice echoed, pulling her into darkness. The door creaked open, inviting her closer.
C'est pas possible, ça marche pas. Ça marche
Suddenly, a boombox blasted loud music, even though it had no batteries. Drawers opened and closed ominously, increasing her fear. Desperate to escape, she tried to flee, but the voice continued, slowly driving her mad. Her once safe home transformed into a place of constant terror, making her question reality. The voice lingered, a chilling reminder that some horrors never truly end. Night falls, and dread fills the hospital's corridors. Security cameras capture chilling incidents that will haunt witnesses. A lone security guard, unaware of the horror, begins his patrol. At 5 a.m., footage shows a ghostly figure appearing, moving calmly, and leaving the guard shaken. Hospital staff gathering supplies.
Ahí al doctor Anthony Choi lo vamos a llevar. ¿Dónde sale? Mira, ahí está, ahorita viene, ahí viene.
Es un fantasma, no lo va a captar.
¿Has visto? ¿Has visto dónde ha salido?
Caminando tranquilamente con los brazos y piernas.
Félix tiene que salir de dudas.
¿Qué pasó?
Flee in fear as a wheelchair moves on its own, plunging the reception area into darkness. Later, a receptionist is frozen in terror as a wheelchair glides silently across the room, unexplained. Paranormal events traumatize staff, hinting at restless spirits of former patients trapped between worlds. Overwhelming dread grips the hospital, where the living and dead coexist. Fear dominates the hallways, casting a dark shadow. A young woman was thrilled with her new apartment, but soon fear took over. Strange things started happening, leaving her deeply disturbed. Paintings fell off the walls, and she recorded the eerie events on video. The footage shows a picture swaying mysteriously. Some thought it might be due to air from the vents, but she wanted to investigate. While checking the vents, a loud knock at the door terrified her.
We have about a minute until the heat's supposed to cycle on. We're going to see if that does anything to move the picture frame.
She found a shoe out of place. Returning to her room, she saw the painting had not only moved but fallen, as if pushed by an unseen force. Once welcoming home, now consumed by fear, eerie nighttime sounds fill inhabitants with dread. Curtain moves, hinting at unseen presence, but nothing found. Terror intensifies as objects move mysteriously. Doors creak open and shut, chilling childlike cries echo through the bedroom. Shadows flicker, amplifying the sense of impending disaster. Desperate, resident seeks local spiritual advisors' help.
Dentro del baño.
Sharing disturbing events. Advisor warns of sinister force, grip too strong to break. Evil has taken hold, they caution. Haunting image captures horror. Ghostly hand emerges from darkness, summoning fear. Resident faces invisible evil.
Se va a activar esto solo, tío. No se apaga.
Motives unknown. Trapped in a living nightmare, the resident's fate hangs in the balance. Sleepless nights, relentless anxiety plague them.
Hola. ¿Qué es lo que quiere? ¿Hay alguien en mi casa? ¿Hay alguna entidad?
Will they escape the entity's wicked grasp, or darkness engulf home forever? Entity's influence grows. Residents' grip on reality falters. Can they endure encroaching darkness or consume souls? Battle for home, sanity, and existence begins. Will they triumph, or will the entity prevail? Outcome remains uncertain. Terror looms large. Disturbing events occur at a formerly lively party store, now a center of fear. Piñata dolls move strangely, defying logic. A live broadcast meant to reveal the truth turns chaotic when a doll falls, signaling ominous events. Surveillance footage shows unsettling scenes. Piñatas spinning wildly, plastic trays flying off shelves, and a skull-like face appearing. The owner's investigation uncovers a sinister presence lurking in darkness. A broadcast malfunction reveals a shadowy figure watching the owner, prompting a frantic escape. Alone and feeling watched, the owner's mental stability falters. Paranormal investigators uncover hidden truths and ancient curses intensifying horror. A malevolent force feeds on fear, turning the once joyful store into a gateway for evil spirits. Trapped in a living nightmare, the owner faces uncertainty. Will they survive malevolent forces or fall victim? The party store, once happy, now harbors unspeakable terrors. A collector of rare artifacts acquires a disturbing dollhouse and installs a security camera. Footage reveals mysterious tapping sounds, but their origin remains unknown. One day, the dollhouse knocks, including 3 taps on the bathroom door.
Okay, so the other thing that really creeps me out, that I do not like, but I will show you guys, is in my sister's old room, or I guess still room.
Despite feeling uneasy, the collector opens it, unleashing terrifying events. Figurines inside move on their own.
I don't know how to explain it. The only thing I can say that has happened with it is sometimes when I walk by, or like I go, the bathroom's back there, and I walk through and I hear like tapping coming from this room. It's like
Daniel believes this odd tapping noise is coming from somewhere within the dollhouse. As a result, he has set up a security camera to watch the dollhouse at all times to see if it captures any odd occurrences, and that's when it recorded this.
Hinting at a curse. Knocking persists at 2:30 a.m. with no one around. The doll appears to blink, and footsteps approach the collector's mother, frightening.
Where is this coming from? It's like knocking at the door. Hello?
Family anxiety grows. Moving the dollhouse to the garage doesn't stop the banging. The doll blinks and moves its gaze, increasing dread. Is it haunted or something more sinister? Some think it's a technical glitch, but the collector explains the doll has no batteries or mechanics, ruling out a logical explanation. Unsettling events continue, trapping the collector and mother in a nightmare. Paranormal investigators detect a sinister presence. The dollhouse is a conduit for dark energy, feeding on fear. The collector and mother must choose, destroy it or risk being overwhelmed. As strange phenomena escalate, tensions rise. The collector's mother faces terrifying experiences, and a collector's mental state deteriorates. Will they withstand the dollhouse's fury or become its next victims? The dollhouse remains, waiting for its next move. The collector and mother are trapped in a desperate battle against supernatural forces. Will they triumph or succumb to darkness? The nightmare doesn't end here. It's just the beginning. Navigating the darkness that's closing in will be a tough challenge. Fear is only the start, as the true horror emerges, bringing your deepest fears to life. The shadows watch, waiting for your weak moment, and terror never ends, only starts anew. For you, the horrors you face are just a hint of what's to come, and looking back will reveal the evil already approaching. The terror stays with you even in daylight, and the darkness within threatens to consume you, marking just the beginning of a never-ending cycle of fear. Thanks for watching. Your support means everything. Subscribe and share with friends and family. Matt, Andy, and Matt's dog Bear went into an empty and scary farmhouse in Yorkshire, England. Bear had a camera and light on his collar, which recorded strange footage. When they got there, Bear acted weird, running around with his nose to the ground like he smelled something.
Where is it? There's something weird about this place. I feel like we've just had the worst start to a video ever, because Bear's just all over the place, and I don't know what you're doing, snorting up. Oh, I noticed cupboards, to be fair. What we got in here?
They didn't know it yet, but Bear's instincts would soon help them avoid a terrifying situation.
We've got not very much in the bottom. Is there anything in the... Wow. You hear like a whistle? Where's Bear? Bear? My concern is that... Oh, he's upstairs. Bear? What was that? Bear? Bear? Oh, he's coming now. That worried me. I thought he'd hurt himself or something, or... I don't whimper. Yeah. You little fool. There's something going on with you today. Unless he's caught something. What is he? What you found? I wonder if there's someone outside.
As they went upstairs, Bear got more agitated. He barked and whined. So Matt and Andy checked it out. That's when they heard someone running down the stairs.
Like, is it out of a bathroom or something?
Like an old bathroom cabinet. We've got a USB thing.
Oh no, it's a lock. Is it side? It's supposed to be sideways, that's why. It goes sideways. Yeah. You like turn the whole thing though, don't you? And then that's... Why has that got a lock on it though for a bathroom cabinet? That makes no sense at all. Someone has just run down those stairs. Where is it, Ben? Hello? Hello? We can watch his footage back. I'll have to do it on his camera.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, we'd come up here.
Bear's camera showed someone hiding behind a mattress, watching them. Matt and Andy were shocked and scared. They couldn't believe someone was hiding in the house, and they were being watched. When Matt and Andy saw the footage, they realized they had just escaped a bad person. They didn't know who it was or what they wanted, but Bear's sharp senses had detected the danger and led them to safety. The question still remained: who was hiding in the farmhouse and why? Was it a squatter, a thief?
And whoever it was, from what I can see, I can't even go downstairs ever again. I'm living up here now. Yeah, it's here, look. They've been under there. Whoever it was under that bed. Andy, what do we do now? This is horrible, Andy. I can deal with spooky, ghosty things, but real people...
Or someone with a more sinister motive. Matt and Andy were grateful to Bear for alerting them to the danger, but they knew they had to get out of there fast. They quickly left the farmhouse, not wanting to stick around to find out who was hiding in the shadows, but the memory of that terrifying encounter would stay with them forever. As they drove away from the farmhouse, Matt and Andy couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. They kept looking over their shoulders, expecting to see someone following them. Bear, sensing their unease, stayed close to them.
Unpredictable.
If they're laying under a bed in an abandoned house, there's something not right in first place. If Bear hadn't alerted us to it, what would happen when we came upstairs?
God knows.
That's the thing that worries me.
Somebody under bed has just jumped out and grabbed me.
Yeah, it's grabbed your leg from under bed. It's like every child's nightmare, isn't it?
Trust me, I wouldn't have been in here.
I would have been booting him in the head.
There'd have been an Andrew-shaped hole in the door. Trying to get out. Honest to God. I wouldn't have about. Forget it.
His eyes fixed on the road ahead. When they finally reached the safety of their home, they couldn't stop talking about their ordeal. They relived every moment, every creak of the floorboards, every bark from Bear. They knew they had experienced something truly terrifying, and they were lucky to have escaped unharmed. Days went by, but the incident still haunted them. They couldn't sleep, thinking about who might have been hiding in the farmhouse and what their intentions were. They decided to report the incident to the police, hoping they could help identify the mysterious person. But as they sat in the police station, recounting their story, they couldn't shake off the feeling that they were being watched, even there. The police officer listened intently, his expression serious, and promised to investigate. But Matt and Andy knew that they might never know the truth about what happened in that farmhouse. The memory of that day would stay with them forever, a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that lurked in the shadows. A man and his family moved into a new home in the summer. At first, everything was normal. But after a few months, strange things started to happen. They heard weird noises at night, like someone was hiding in the dark. One night, 2 family members were home alone, playing old games late at night. They heard a loud banging sound, like someone was hitting the walls. They searched the house, but found no one.
Dude, you hear that, right?
Yeah.
Alright guys, I have to start recording. We just moved in here last summer, and we keep hearing these things.
The kitchen cabinets were open, but there was no one there. As they watched TV, the strange noises started again. The door slammed shut near them.
Dude. I don't know, man.
Hey, are you back? Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh no. No. Dude, you see it? No way. Dude, I'm out of here, dude. No way. Let's go, dude.
But there was no one there. The weird events got stronger every day.
Oh. Shit. Dude, you hear that, right? Yeah. Don't tell me it's just me. That's ridiculous, man. I don't know.
The next night, they were playing games on their laptop when a loud noise scared them. Things started falling over on their own, and a dark shadow appeared near the Christmas tree. Then, something truly terrifying happened. They saw a dark figure through the door, but when they looked inside, there was no one there. The family was trapped in a nightmare, with no idea what was causing the horror. They were stuck in the house, with no escape from the evil presence that haunted them.
Kind of nervous. Jeez.
Hey, Dad?
Yeah.
I think I heard something.
Will they survive the terror, or will it consume them? As the days went by, the events escalated. Doors would slam shut on their own, and the sound of footsteps echoed through the halls at night. The family tried to stay strong, but the fear was taking a toll on them. They couldn't sleep, and they were always on edge, waiting for the next terrifying event to occur. One night, they decided to set up cameras around the house to try and capture some evidence of the paranormal activity. What they captured was shocking. A dark figure was seen walking through the living room, and a voice was heard whispering in the background. The family knew then that they were not alone in the house, and that something malevolent was lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike. Sabrina and her family visited Aston Hall mansion in Birmingham, England. They didn't know they would discover a dark presence. The mansion was built in the 1600s by Sir Thomas Holt. His daughter Mary fell in love with a servant, but Sir Thomas was angry and locked her in a small room on the top floor. Mary suffered for 16 years before dying from neglect and malnutrition. People say Mary's spirit still haunts the mansion. Sabrina and her husband went to the top floor to see Mary's room. Her husband called out to Mary, asking her to show herself. Suddenly, they heard a faint whisper saying, "Hello." Many people asked why they didn't investigate further. She said the room was off limits due to safety issues. Sabrina showed the video to the security team, and they were also shocked. She said they were just tourists, not ghost hunters.
Was it Mary? Mary? I mean you no harm. We know you're in there. We've seen you. Where are you, Mary? Mary?
Did you see it?
Mary?
I'm scared.
Mary? Are you still in there, Mary? You can come out now. My name's Thomas.
Her husband's call to Mary was reckless and frightening. As Sabrina looked deeper into the history of Aston Hall, she discovered more chilling stories. People reported strange noises, movements, and apparitions. Some even claimed to have seen Mary's ghostly figure wandering the halls. The experience left Sabrina with more questions than answers. Was Mary's spirit truly trapped in the mansion? And what did she want from Sabrina and her family?
Found it. There's the attic room. I don't think we're allowed to do this, but let's go for it. Wow.
The mystery of Aston Hall remained unsolved, but one thing was certain. Sabrina would never forget the terrifying encounter with Mary's ghost. Sabrina and her family visited Aston Hall mansion in Birmingham. It showed strange things happening in a classroom. For months, people reported weird occurrences, but the head teacher didn't believe them. The staff was frustrated, so they decided to record evidence. The video showed a normal classroom. But then strange things started happening. A folder slid off the table by itself. A box near the teacher moved on its own. And this happened again and again. The teacher quickly removed the students, but the camera kept recording. A drawer opened and closed by itself. A chair spun around, and the camera was knocked to the floor. Even after it fell, the sounds of the drawer opening and closing could still be heard. The video ended suddenly, leaving viewers wondering what really happened in that empty classroom. The events were scary and unexplained, making it a very frightening experience. As the video went viral, people started sharing their own experiences of paranormal activity in the classroom. Some said they saw ghostly figures, while others heard strange noises. The school authorities were forced to investigate, but they couldn't find any explanation for the strange occurrences. The classroom was eventually closed, but the legend of the haunted classroom lived on. People whispered about the strange happenings, and some even claimed to have seen the ghost of a former student or teacher. Sabrina and her family were left with a chilling question. What really happened in that classroom? And was it just a coincidence that the strange occurrences started after they visited Aston Hall mansion? Oz, a paranormal investigator from Project Activity, investigates a mysterious house to find out if it's really haunted. He uses unusual tools, including a piece of paper in a clear box. If the paper moves, it means something supernatural is happening. As Oz sets up his equipment, strange things start to happen. The paper in the box moves by itself, but Oz doesn't notice. He's busy setting up his next tool, a theremin. This device makes a sound when something moves near it. Suddenly, the theremin starts making a weird noise, and Oz is shocked. He tries to keep investigating, but things get scarier. His flashlight is pulled out of his pocket and falls to the ground. Then he hears a strange whisper, and a door slams shut behind him. Oz is getting more and more frightened. He's been attacked twice by something he can't see, and he believes the woman's warnings about the spirit's evil intentions. As he continues his investigation, he experiences even more terrifying events. He's pushed down the stairs by an invisible force and barely escapes alive. Is the house really haunted? Oz's experiences say yes, and the spirit seems angry about his presence. Will he find out the truth behind the haunting, or will he become the spirit's next victim? We've reached the end of our journey into scary videos. As we finish, the shadows on the screen seem to grow longer. The silence becomes scarier, and the darkness feels thicker. In the world of scary videos, fear is more than just a feeling. It's a presence that's always there, waiting to jump out and surprise us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel for more exciting videos. Click the bell icon to turn on notifications and stay updated on our latest videos. Share this video with your friends and family if you dare.
What the hell is that?
Zark and his family thought they had finally escaped the horrors of their old home. But just a month and a half after moving to a new apartment, strange things started happening again. At first, it was just small things, like the doorbell ringing with no one there.
Alright, goodbye. Hello.
But then, a keychain started swinging on its own, and a toy piano played a creepy tune that sent chills down their spines. As things got worse, Zark's wife noticed that the clocks had stopped working, just like in their old home. Zark tried to ignore it, but he couldn't shake off the feeling of dread that settled in the pit of his stomach. One night at 3 a.m., he heard 3 knocks on the door. He knew not to answer, but when he looked through the peephole, he saw something strange that made his blood run cold. Then, a loud bang made him jump, and he stumbled backward, his heart racing. The haunting was affecting Zark's mental health, and he was tired from lack of sleep and working 6 days a week. The entity seemed to be getting angrier, making noises in the walls and knocking on the balcony door. Zark tried to stay calm, but when he heard his son's voice coming from the entity, he was terrified. It was as if the entity was taunting him, playing on his deepest fears. Zark knew he had to do something, but he didn't know what. He felt trapped and helpless, and the haunting seemed to be getting worse by the day. Chris made a mistake by exploring the back rooms. He heard strange noises that seemed to come from nowhere. As he went further, he found a very cold room that made him shiver.
What the hell is that? Something. Holy shit.
But that was just the beginning. As Chris kept investigating, he saw terrifying things that scared him a lot. He recorded a ghostly figure on camera, following him down the stairs. The figure was faint, but its presence was unmistakable. Chris tried to brush it off as a trick of the light, but deep down, he knew what he saw.
That scared the shit out of me.
But the worst part happened when Chris was pushed and fell, knocking him out for 10 minutes. When Chris woke up, he quickly left the place, feeling very scared. He couldn't shake off the feeling that something was watching him. Did he really see a ghost, or was it just a weird series of events?
Those gotta be raccoons. I can hear them up there.
The video footage is very scary, and Chris's experience will keep you up at night. The images of the ghostly figure and Chris's terrified face are forever etched in his memory. He can't help but wonder if he'll ever be able to go back to those back rooms again. The Shell explorers went to a deserted boat factory, excited for a thrilling adventure. But soon, they felt scared. Strange noises echoed through the empty halls, making them jump.
It sounds like the whole building's gonna come down.
Oh my god, dude, let's go this way, man. Let's go this way. I'm getting really super sketched out.
Then the guys hear something that sounds like running footsteps right above them.
They're right above us.
They are. There's gotta be more than one up there.
Every creak of the old wooden floorboards, every groan of the rusty machinery, made them feel like they were being watched. As they looked around, they heard footsteps above them, like someone was running. But when they checked, no one was there. Then, John's night vision camera saw a scary sight. A person in a hooded robe, hiding in the shadows. The figure was still barely visible, but its presence was unmistakable.
Oh gosh. This is insane.
I must be by that hole right there.
I know. There's got to be somebody in here with us. There's just got to be.
There's that room that's over that way.
Did you see it?
The group was too afraid to move. Then they heard footsteps coming from the ground floor, getting closer. "Someone's over there," Tim whispered, his voice shaking. They tried to shine their flashlights in the direction of the sound, but the darkness seemed to swallow the light. Suddenly, a person in a hooded robe appeared from the darkness. The explorers were frozen with fear, unsure what the person wanted. "We need to leave now," John said, his voice trembling. But their legs wouldn't move. They were paralyzed with fear.
Pretty sure someone's here, and I do not know what their intentions are, nor do I want to find out what their intentions are. Dude, that come from over here. Holy dude, get out of here! Oh my God, dude!
As they tried to leave, they heard more strange noises, like someone was trying to scare them away. Footsteps echoed through the halls, getting louder and closer. But it was too late. The person in the hooded robe had already disappeared into the darkness, leaving the explorers wondering what had just happened. And then the lights went out. A man came home after being away for a long time. But he didn't feel happy for long. He heard strange noises near his house that scared him. At first, he thought it was just the wind or his imagination, but then he heard footsteps and creaks that sounded like someone was inside. He grabbed his phone to record the sounds, but what he saw on the video made him feel terrified. He was too afraid to stay home, so he went to a friend's house for the night. He tried to distract himself by watching TV and chatting with his friend, but he couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched. When he came back home the next day, the strange noises started again. He wanted to know what was happening, so he set up a camera to record himself while he slept. What he saw was very scary. A dark figure appeared behind him while he was sleeping, and two glowing eyes showed up too. The figure didn't move or make a sound, but its presence was unsettling. Then, just as suddenly, the figure vanished. The man woke up, feeling confused and frightened. He didn't know what to do or who to turn to. He felt like he was losing his mind. A team of paranormal investigators went to a deserted hospital to find out its secrets. The hospital had been open recently, but it closed suddenly and mysteriously. The team was curious, so they started investigating and found some unexpected and scary things.
Passi raga, passi. Là, quella stanza lì, passi. Sì, la 208.
Oddio. Lungo saranno 50. Oddio.
As they went deeper into the hospital, they heard strange noises. Footsteps got louder, and bells started ringing.
Cos'era? Non lo so, l'ho sentito anch'io.
È un tintinnio.
Un tintinnio, tipo un campanellino, vai.
Hai ragione.
No, ragazzi.
Then they heard a woman's voice whispering in the dark. The scariest moment was when a dark figure appeared from a side hallway, frightening the investigators. They tried to shine their flashlights on the figure, but it vanished into thin air. The team caught this terrifying moment on camera. Now we wonder, is this real proof of paranormal activity?
Qua dietro l'ho sentito.
Ma di chi?
Non lo so.
Di chi?
Or is it just a trick? We don't know the truth, but one thing is sure. This abandoned hospital has secrets that can keep you up at night. The team is still analyzing the footage, trying to understand what they saw. But one thing is certain. They will never forget the terror they felt in that deserted hospital. When the darkness goes away and the screens turn off, we're left with a big question. Are we just watching fear, or is fear watching us? The scary videos we've seen will stay in our minds, reminding us that the line between what's real and what's terrifying is thinner than we think. So, next time you watch a video, remember, the fears you see might be watching you too. Thanks for watching. Show your support by liking, sharing, and subscribing. And stay tuned for more chilling content.
Pack up the board.
No.
Bro, who was that? He looked like a homeless man.
Bro. Are you okay?
Bro.
A peculiar incident occurred where a disturbing doll was found in a graveyard, with some claiming it was in Mexico and others in Brazil. The doll's eyes seemed to follow those who saw it, evoking the sense of unease. However, the video was later revealed to be a hoax. The doll was actually created by Julia Lane, an artist from Oklahoma known for her creepy dolls with eyes that appear to track viewers. A group of teenagers used an Ouija board in a cemetery, resulting in strange noises that frightened them.
If there is a spirit near us, what is your name? You're not moving that, King.
I'm Grandma. You can tell I'm not.
What was that?
J.
No, this ain't even funny.
Move it back to G.
Look whose grave. Hold on, let me take my fingers off this real quick. Look whose grave we are on right now.
Joseph.
You can't
Can you
see it
see it?
good. No, you can't.
It says Joseph.
Joseph.
You can't really see it.
You can see it. I just saw it in there.
What the hell?
You're lying. Your grandma.
Leading them to believe an angry homeless person was nearby. What's more troubling is that Hasbro continuing to market Ouija boards as toys for children.
Pack up the board.
No.
Bro, who was that? He looked like a homeless man.
Bro. Are you okay?
Bro.
Hurry.
Bro.
I locked the door.
Bro. We're leaving the board here. We're leaving the board here. We're leaving the board here.
I don't know where to go. I don't know how far I am from anything. Is he by us?
Go! I don't care.
Recommending them for ages 8 and up, despite warnings about their potential to summon malevolent spirits. A woman purchased a toy wand for her daughter, only to discover its dark history. The wand was allegedly cursed, and strange events began to occur after its acquisition, including doors slamming shut independently and eerie whispers in the night. It's unclear what's real and what's superstition, but these stories are likely to leave you restless. The distinction between reality and myth is questioned when exploring the supernatural. Do you believe in the supernatural, or are these just entertaining tales? If you're feeling brave, consider experimenting with the Ouija board or the creepy doll, but be warned that you may inadvertently summon something sinister. Perhaps the truth lies in the unknown, and some secrets are best left unspoken. For those who venture into the darkness, be prepared for the unexpected. The supernatural world is full of mysteries and terrors beyond our imagination. Cheryl, a single mother and skilled seamstress, had been dealing with peculiar happenings in her home for a while. She and her daughter would hear footsteps echoing in the hallway outside their bedrooms, and their belongings would move from one room to another as if they had a mind of their own. It got so bad that Cheryl suspected they might have a squatter living in the walls. One evening, while her daughter was playing in her bedroom, something strange happened. The little girl walked up to the closet as if expecting something to be inside. She stood transfixed, seeing something that wasn't there. Then she got scared and quickly left the room. The closet door creaked shut by itself. 3 months later, another strange incident occurred. Cheryl's daughter reported seeing something weird under the closet door. Cheryl investigated and found a creepy old mannequin. To their horror,
Hey guys, just wanted to jump on really quick because I had to stop sewing. My daughter just said that something weird really happened, and we've been experiencing a lot of strange things lately, just different noises and stuff. Don't mind my mannequins, I sew for a living, so. Can you tell mommy what you just said?
I think there's something underneath the door.
Under the closet door? Is that what scared you?
the mannequin started moving on its own and fell over, breaking into pieces. Cheryl and her daughter were terrified. Unable to explain the strange occurrences,
It's okay. Everything's all right. What?
I'm scared.
Let's go. Come on.
They packed up and moved out to stay with a friend until they could find a new place to live. The strange happenings had become unbearable. Xiaolong, a hunter, and his companion conducted a live investigation on a Chinese streaming platform. They explored an abandoned structure rumored to be haunted by the spirit of a construction worker who had perished there. During their exploration, unsettling events began to unfold. One of the explorers reported seeing a figure in construction attire, yet his companion remained skeptical. In Chinese tradition, it is believed that cursing and displaying anger can repel malevolent spirits. As they pressed on with their investigation, the explorer noticed a man wearing a red hard hat peeking from behind a door. He managed to capture this moment on camera, but his friend still did not accept his account.
What's holy mother? What's holy mother?
The situation escalated dramatically as they attempted to flee, with the building seemingly collapsing around them. Tyler Rowe recounted his experiences while working at a grocery store in Powell, Tennessee. He asserted that every morning at precisely 9:02 a.m., the staff observed peculiar phenomena at the warehouse freezer door. The door would inexplicably swing open despite the absence of anyone inside. Emily, a current employee at the time,
freezers better not rest. Here comes. Is there a light? Is there a light in here?
noted that this strange occurrence persisted even after the store replaced the freezer door. A man attempted to film a video when he encountered a disturbing sight: the face of a young girl peeking from behind his wardrobe. However, upon investigation, he found no one present. The visage of the girl appeared to be that of a ghost. Two investigators explored a supposedly haunted house in Reno, Nevada. Local lore suggests that numerous individuals have lost their lives within the house, which has been associated with occult practices for many years. During their investigation, they encountered various strange phenomena.
Who's in here? What the f? What the f? Footsteps right above us.
Including unexplained sounds, cold spots, and a shadowy figure appearing in a doorway. A former overnight security guard at a brewery was initially dismissive of his coworker's spooky claims. However, after witnessing a strange misty shape following his friend on camera, he began to experience bizarre occurrences around the factory. A Reddit user from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, had a bizarre experience while at work. His home security camera captured strange occurrences in his living room. His dogs, Frank and Mac, were resting on the couch when they suddenly became startled by an unseen presence. The closet door then swung open by itself, accompanied by an eerie whisper that sounded like "ha." The user, a skeptic of supernatural phenomena, was alarmed by the footage. The voice seemed to come from nowhere, and his dog's behavior indicated they perceived something inexplicable. He shared the video on Reddit, seeking opinions on whether it was paranormal activity or just a weird noise. As the video went viral, various theories emerged. Some speculated it was a ghost or spirit attempting to make contact, while others suggested it was just the dog's imagination or an unusual acoustic phenomenon. The footage was undeniably creepy, leaving many to ponder if there was more to the story than initially apparent. The incident left a lasting impression, with the eerie whisper in the living room leaving a sense of unease. The truth behind the strange events remains unknown, but the footage continues to fascinate and unsettle those who see it. The Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas, has a dark history spanning 125 years. It was once a hideout for gamblers, bootleggers, and prostitutes, and also served as a makeshift hospital for over 50 years. The spirits of at least 9 people who died there are said to still roam the halls. In late September, a group of friends and family rented the house for a night, comprising both skeptics and those curious about the paranormal. None of them were experienced investigators, and some aimed to disprove the ghost stories. Victoria, One of the guests provoked the malevolent spirit known as Dr. Yeager, believed to be responsible for the violent paranormal activity. She was suddenly and forcefully pulled off the bed, prompting her friends to flee in panic. The incident was captured on the house's security camera.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in regular screen.
Later that night, around 3 a.m., Drew, another member of the group, entered the same bedroom, taunting Dr. Yeager, and was met with a violent shove. He and his friends escaped.
Same room.
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
All right, we're going to pull it back. Did you see he got pushed?
And the door slammed shut behind them, as if someone or something was trying to prevent their exit. Drew has since stated that he will never return to the haunted Hill House. The events of that night left a lasting impact, and the house's notorious reputation continues to fascinate and unsettle those who hear its story. In the domain of the supernatural, the distinction between reality and legend becomes indistinct, evoking both discomfort and fascination. These 5 narratives of disquieting experiences and mysterious occurrences remind us that enigmas still exist beyond our understanding, concealed in the darkness, awaiting revelation. As we explore the uncharted, we are compelled to confront the shadows within ourselves and our surroundings. The haunting murmurs, spectral figures, and sinister entities present in these tales exemplify the lasting influence of the paranormal. Once we gaze into the abyss, there is no turning back. The shadows that connect us await, and they will not be disregarded. The darkness that binds us will continue to intrigue and unsettle, leaving an indelible mark on our psyche. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment below and share this video with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us.
Alright, let's get the out of here. It's the basement? Yeah, okay.
Oh! Para! Juro, Maria! Para! Para! Juro, Maria!
Tristan's home is experiencing strange and scary events. Doors open by themselves and blinds fall down. These events are happening more often and getting stronger every day. One night, Tristan heard a strange noise while he was alone with his cat. He went to check and found his door shaking violently, but no one was there. This happened again a few weeks later. Tristan wanted to find out what was happening. So he put cameras in his house. Soon, the cameras caught something strange. A dark figure was seen moving along the walls. After seeing this, Tristan asked for help from a professional. The strange events stopped for a little while, but then they started again.
Now, the second camera pointing towards the kitchen recorded something even worse.
The events are now happening more often and are even scarier. The camera caught a surprising moment. A figure appeared just before a basket fell off a shelf. Tristan was very scared and decided to take a break from his home. But when he came back from vacation, the strange events were still happening. Tristan is very worried and doesn't know what's happening in his home. He's tried to research and find answers, but nothing seems to explain the strange occurrences. He's feeling anxious and unsure of what to do next. The events are affecting his daily life, and he's struggling to sleep at night. Tristan's home, which was once a place of comfort and safety, now feels like a source of fear and uncertainty. He's desperate for a solution, but it seems like the strange events are only getting worse. Funeral homes are meant to be safe and peaceful places where families can say goodbye to their loved ones. But what if ghosts live in these places? A scary video shows a ghostly figure inside a funeral home, making the atmosphere go from calm to creepy. Watch as this funeral home reveals a dark secret. A ghost is seen walking around, knocking things over. It may not look very harmful, but it's still very unsettling. What do you think is happening here? Can ghosts really stay in funeral homes? Serenity Sue shared this spooky video. Which was sent to her by a subscriber named Simone. Someone said she caught a ghost on camera and sent the footage to Sue. The video shows a grayish figure in the background, watching. It looks like the figure was caught on camera and quickly looked away. As you watch the video, you can't help but feel a chill run down your spine. The ghostly figure seems to be wandering aimlessly, as if it's lost or searching for something. The fact that it's in a funeral home.
Now the video right at this moment is slowed right down, and I'm actually reading a headstone here. I pan slightly around, and in the distance you will see a grey headstone, and the figure kind of looks at me and then looks away really fast, like she's been caught on camera. You will see that grey headstone, the figure look and look away, and you'll see the red arrow pointed to her. This is actually Simone's video that she caught and screen recorded it off her telly, put in her screenshot, and then she sent it to me.
A place where families say their final goodbyes makes it even more eerie. Simone, the subscriber who sent the video, claims that she's experienced strange occurrences at this funeral home before. She says that doors would open and close on their own, and she would hear strange noises at night. She never thought much of it until she caught this ghostly figure on camera. A TikTok user's life has become a nightmare after trying to contact his dead father. After visiting his father's grave, something evil followed him home. At first, strange things happened, like his piano playing by itself. But soon, objects moved on their own, and he heard scary banging noises. He tried to record proof, but couldn't until he saw a ghostly hand in his kitchen. He set up a security camera and saw his house being trashed while he was away. When he got back, everything was moved, and he found broken glass and open cupboards. His girlfriend came over, but she was scared by strange noises and felt terrified in the house. She refused to come back after feeling a strange force that made her feel weak and sick. Now, the user is alone with the horror. One night, something came at him from the darkness, and he was shocked. Things got worse, and his viewers told him to remove an Annabelle poster, but he didn't listen. He lit a candle, which might have made things worse.
Lo están viendo, Lo estoy documentando todo. Esto va peor.
The next night, he woke up to strange noises, and his blanket was pulled away. He searched the house, but found no one. Then the power went out, and a dark figure appeared, making him run for his life. He heard a scary scream and footsteps, but when he came out of his room, no one was there. The user is now living in constant fear, never knowing when the next terrifying event will occur. He's tried to research ways to rid his home of the evil presence, but nothing seems to work. He's starting to feel like he's losing his grip on reality. One night, he received a mysterious message on his phone with only one word: leave. He doesn't know who sent it or how they knew what he was going through, but he's considering taking their advice. He's packed his bags and is ready to flee, but a part of him is hesitant to leave his home and the memories it holds. As he sits in his darkened living room, surrounded by the eerie silence, he can't help but wonder if he'll ever be able to escape the horror that haunts him. This scary video from a Mexico store was recorded in 2007 by a security camera at night when the store was closed. The footage is eerie from the start, with dim lighting and an empty store. However, things take a turn for the worse when an employee appears on camera. About 1 minute into the video, the employee is stocking shelves when something strange happens. He looks scared, but he tries to keep working. Things only get creepier from there. The employee's movements become more frantic, and he starts glancing around nervously. It's surprising that the employee remains so calm. Most people would run away if they saw what he saw.
Nevertheless, the man continues to do his job, but things get increasingly creepier from here on out. Have a look.
This video shows that some places can be very scary, especially at night. The store's aisles seem to stretch on forever, and the shadows cast by the shelves make it look like something is lurking just out of sight. As you watch, the tension builds up. The video is not just a reminder of the old days of Blockbuster, but a journey into fear. You'll wonder what's going to happen next and whether the employee will make it out of the store alive. The footage is grainy and raw, adding to the sense of realism. You'll feel like you're right there with the employee, experiencing his fear firsthand. The paranormal investigators visited a deserted asylum, a place with a dark history. A long time ago, a doctor named Joseph DeJourney did very bad things to his patients there. He performed cruel experiments and treatments that were inhumane. The two men who run the channel, Brian and his friend, don't believe in ghosts or supernatural things.
Now, both Brian and I consider ourselves to be skeptics. We've never really experienced anything paranormal ourselves.
But they had a very scary experience that made them question their beliefs. As they walked through the empty building, they heard footsteps behind them. At first, they thought it might be a homeless person who had made the asylum their home.
What's up? I thought I heard something. Really? Yeah. What did it sound like? Like footsteps.
Then they heard loud, heavy footsteps that echoed down the hallways. It sounded like someone was dragging something, or someone was walking with a heavy gait.
I mean, we've already been all through here.
I know.
And didn't see any. They're moving that way.
They searched the building from top to bottom, but they didn't find anyone. No signs of life, no signs of movement. But that's not the most chilling part. Just before the footsteps start, a faint, eerie whispering can be heard in the video.
I mean, we've already been all through here.
I know.
And didn't see any. They're moving that way.
It's a soft, raspy voice that seems to be coming from all around them, sending shivers down your spine. The two men are frozen in terror, unsure of what's happening. They're not whispering to each other.
Okay, now we go this way. All right, let's get the out of here. Is the basement? Yeah, okay. Okay, this way. It was this way, right? Yeah. Can't know what it's turning light. Okay. Like a homeless person or something?
Could be. It was there were loud footsteps though. Those footsteps were super loud though. Maybe they were dragging something.
And there's no explanation for the haunting voice. It's as if the asylum itself is warning them to leave. Scary videos offer a thrilling opportunity to face our fears and witness terror from the comfort of a safe distance. They serve as a window into the unknown, the unexplained, and the downright unsettling, leaving a lasting impression on our imagination. Whether you're a fan of ghostly encounters, creepy atmospheres, or heart-pounding jump scares, scary videos guarantee a spine-tingling experience that'll have you sleeping with the lights on, and maybe even checking under the bed. We hope you enjoyed our videos. If you did, kindly hit the bell icon, like, and share our channel. Your feedback is incredibly valuable to us.
Estoy totalmente solo, no hay absolutamente nadie aquí. Me dio mucho miedo. No sé si escucharon que tocaron la puerta ahorita. ¡A la verga, güey! Vengo de la mano de Dios. Yo no busco hacerte ningún tipo de daño. Yo sé que estás golpeando la puerta. Por favor, ando muy nervioso.
Jay Breezy, a seasoned security guard, had grown accustomed to the mundane routine of his job at Mercy Hospital. He had been there for a long time, and nothing out of the ordinary had ever occurred. But one fateful day, something changed. He saw a ghostly figure with his own eyes, its presence confirmed by the hospital's cameras. The footage showed a faint, translucent being wandering the empty corridors. This event stayed etched in his memory forever.
Motherfucker decided to show itself again. See it? See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do.
A constant reminder of the terror that lurked within the hospital's walls. As time passed, the ghost returned, its presence more menacing and sinister than before. Jay felt alone and scared, his grip on reality slowly unraveling. He panicked and prayed for help, but the ghost continued to appear in different parts of the hospital, leaving a trail of unexplained occurrences in its wake.
You know, but that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know.
Lights flickered and fell from the ceiling, and the air grew colder, heavy with malevolent energy. The hospital's once sterile corridors now seemed to writhe and twist, as if alive and feeding off the fear of its inhabitants.
Look at that. There's no way that could have failed by, like, somebody didn't do that. Something did that by itself. How could a ceiling light fall on its own like that?
Jay's co-workers shared his terror, recounting similar encounters with the ghost. It seemed as though the hospital itself was haunted, its dark past seeping into the present.
The storm is so bad that ghost had to go upstairs. Look at the bottom right. Look. There you go. Look at that bitch. It was cold. I'm like, oh shit. I wanted to follow it and feel. See, I'm trying to feel, like, follow the cold breeze. I saw it going towards the elevator. So I went there. It was actually a cold breeze towards the elevator, then it just stopped. So I'm like, damn.
The ghost's appearances grew more frequent, its presence marked by an unspeakable chill. Jay felt its icy breath on his skin, a grim reminder that he was not alone. The ghost's form began to shift and contort, taking on a darker, more menacing appearance.
Shit. So I walked back, thinking the motherfucker was gone. I guess it didn't want me to follow it. So I'm like, okay. Then something touched me. I'm like, what the fuck? Something fucking touched me. I'm still trying to see, like, where is it at? Like,
Jay screamed, but his voice was drowned out by the deafening silence of the hospital's corridors, where the restless spirits of the departed seemed to roam free. Paranormal investigators Alberto Del Arco and Luisa Cardenas venture into a notorious haunted house in Mexico, eager to uncover its dark secrets. The house stands empty, but its sinister past is palpable. Locals whisper about strange shadows in the windows, and visitors claim to have seen the ghostly apparition of a young girl who met a tragic end in the swimming pool. As they step inside, the team is immediately confronted with a chilling experience. A child's bike moves on its own, its wheels creaking ominously. A soft, spooky voice whispers, "Come here," in Spanish, sending shivers down their spines. This eerie encounter sets the stage for a terrifying investigation. The team cautiously approaches the pool, where the girl's spirit is said to linger. Suddenly, they hear the unmistakable sound of children laughing, followed by Alberto's sighting of a white figure darting into the darkness. The team's nerves are on edge as they continue their investigation, unsure of what lies ahead. As they delve deeper into the house, they experience a series of inexplicable events. They hear a child crying, a leaf falls from the ceiling, and a ladder crashes to the ground without explanation. The team's anxiety grows with each new encounter, their senses heightened as they struggle to comprehend the strange occurrences. In the backyard, they stumble upon a children's playhouse, its window revealing a ghostly head that vanishes into thin air. The team is left stunned and bewildered, unable to explain the terrifying sighting. Jos Garcia's life took a dramatic turn when he captured unsettling footage of strange occurrences in his own home. The video begins with eerie noises and an ominous atmosphere, setting the tone for the terrifying events that unfold.
No mames, güey. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? Miren, escuchen. Todo se está quedando aquí grabado. No mames, güey, están aventando cosas. La puerta se está abriendo, en serio, ya me quiero ir. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. No, por favor, no, yo vengo de la mano de Dios, vengo solamente a casa de mi tía, no me hagas daño, yo vengo... No, güey. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. Güey.
Jos is still visibly shaken as he recounts his harrowing experience. He had a face-to-face encounter with something terrifying in the bathroom, leaving him deeply disturbed. The memory of that moment still sends chills down his spine. But the next day...
Me estoy dejando todo grabado. Acaban de golpear el baño. Me voy a meter al baño. Acaban de cerrarme la puerta. Ya no puedo, en serio. Ya no puedo. Vengo de la mano de Dios. Yo no busco hacerte ningún tipo de daño. Yo sé que estás golpeando la puerta. Por favor, ando muy nervioso.
Things took an even darker turn. A mysterious figure vanished from his window, only to be replaced by a pale, ghostly face that seemed to stalk him throughout the house.
¿Escucharon? ¿Están escuchando ruidos? ¿Escucharon? No mames. Vete a la verga, güey, no hay nadie. Estoy totalmente solo. ¿Quién está aquí? No hay nadie, no puede ser. No puede ser. Estoy totalmente solo, no hay absolutamente nadie aquí. Me dio mucho miedo. No sé si escucharon que tocaron la puerta ahorita. ¡A la verga, güey! ¡No mames!
The mystery, he begins to experience strange and unexplainable events. Doors slam shut on their own, and disembodied whispers echo through the halls. The pale face appears again, its presence more menacing than before. Yos is convinced that his home is haunted by a malevolent entity.
La verdad, jamás pensé que en casa de mis tíos iba a sentir esta vibra. ¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon? Por favor, vengo en paz, vengo con tranquilidad. No mames, no. Acaban de aventar algo de aquí. Mira. Está quedando grabado, mi gente. Está quedando grabado. Están abriendo la puerta. No hay nadie en la cocina. Acaban de aventar aquí algo. Vengo en paz, vengo de... ¡No! No hay nadie, cabrón, no hay nadie. A la madre, me acaban de aventar algo de acá. Vengo en paz, vengo con tranquilidad, vengo de la mano de Dios, por favor. No me hagan nada. No mames, no.
And he's desperate to uncover its identity. With each passing day, Yos's grip on reality begins to slip. He's plagued by nightmares and visions of the ghostly face. His friends and family are concerned for his well-being.
No manches, no mames, estoy pero súper asustado. Ay, güey, no puede ser. Padre nuestro que estás en el cielo, santificado sea tu nombre, venga a nosotros tu reino. No mames, vete a la verga esa, güey. Hola. Ay, no, mi gente, por favor, ayúdenme. No sé si marcar a la policía, no sé si... ¡Eh!
But Yos is determined to get to the bottom of the mystery. Will he uncover the truth behind the haunting, or will he succumb to the terror that's consuming his life? Lee has shared a new video showing the evil presence that's haunting his family. In the video, Lee and his wife Stacy are sleeping when a dark figure appears, its presence filling the room with an unspeakable malevolence. The figure moves closer to Stacy, its slow and deliberate movements filling them with dread. Then, in a heart-stopping moment, the figure pulls Stacy out of bed, causing her to cry out in pain as her back is hurt. This brutal attack has left them both very scared.
Why?
What's up?
My back.
Wondering if they'll ever be able to escape the clutches of this dark entity. Stacy was so afraid that she fled the house, seeking refuge in a caravan in their yard. She couldn't bear the thought of spending another night under the same roof as the evil presence. Lee and Stacy are at their wits' end, having tried everything to rid their home of this malevolent force. But nothing has worked. The presence only grows stronger, its grip on their lives tightening with each passing day. As the nightmares continue, Lee and Stacy are left wondering if they'll ever find peace. Will they be forever trapped in this living hell, or can they find a way to break free from the evil presence that haunts them? The uncertainty hangs over them like a dark cloud, casting a shadow of fear that never lifts. Tim, a seasoned security guard, started a new job at a secret facility, eager to bring his expertise to the role. However, he soon realized why others didn't want to work at night. The building was haunted, and Tim was about to face his worst fears. At first, Tim heard strange noises and saw things move. Doors creaked open and shut, and shadows danced on the walls. But as the night went on, things got worse. He found out that the attic was the source of the paranormal activity. What he discovered there changed him forever. The attic was a hub of malevolent energy, and Tim felt its dark presence closing in around him. Since then, the strange events have increased. Tim has been attacked by an invisible force many times, leaving him bruised and shaken. He knew he had to get out, but his curiosity kept him coming back. But the horror didn't end there. Another guard took Tim's shift.
Please protect me, God.
And had a similar experience. He saw a mannequin move on its own, its eyes seeming to follow him. A glass frame broke, shattering into 1,000 pieces, and then he heard a blood-curdling scream that sent chills down his spine.
What the fuck? Whoa! Hello? Who's there? Hello?
Weeks later, Tim returned to the night shift, hoping to find some answers. But what happened next was too much for him. He saw a figure on a cart, its presence seeming to fill the room.
Hello?
But when he shone his light, it vanished into thin air. That was it. Tim quit his job the next day, unable to take the constant terror. He knew he had to escape the facility before it was too late. Thank you for bravely watching this paranormal activity about supernatural terror. If you made it to the end, good job. You faced your fears and survived the nightmares. But be careful, the darkness might still be watching. Remember that this is just the beginning. We have more scary stories to tell and share. If you're feeling brave, subscribe to our channel for more paranormal content that will keep you up at night.
Su hijo se está abriendo el closet. Voy a checar porque parecen gatos.
야ちょっと本当
意味が分かんないし、わざわざあんなも用意して。
いやでも俺じゃない。
意味が分かんないし。
いや本当ごめん。
Body Bars has been documenting the scary paranormal events in his home for 2 years. He and his daughter have had many ghostly experiences, They often hear footsteps in their halls, see objects move on their own, and hear voices calling out to Bobby.
Do you hear the footsteps? I know y'all hear that, right? Do you hear it? You hear the footsteps?
What's the steps? Is the steps over there?
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
One evening, while Bobby and his daughter were sitting together, they heard footsteps right in front of them. Then, a cup on the table fell to the floor without warning.
It's over there. Because of the table. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know you saw that, right?
Another time, Bobby was woken up by a scraping noise. He recorded a doll's arm moving by itself, as if something invisible was controlling it.
What the no. Oh my God. No. I'm kind of afraid to go near it. No. I know y'all heard that. And then it looked like something went across the screen. Holy.
Bobby's home seems to be a place where evil spirits gather. Doors open and close by themselves, and rough voices give ominous warnings. One day, Bobby saw a toy fire truck move across the floor, pushed by an unseen force.
I'm kind of scared to go in there. Oh. Oh. Well, went from my room to her room, I guess. Hello? Yo,
When he approached his daughter's room, the door creaked open and then slammed shut, as if telling him to stay away. The spirit's presence is getting stronger, and Bobby keeps recording the evidence.
Yo, hello? Yo. No, see, I'm good. I'm done with that. Get out of here.
But with each new event, he realizes that he and his daughter are not alone in their home. They feel like they're being watched, and the spirit seems unhappy about their presence. Can they figure out the mystery behind the haunting, or will they become the spirit's next victims? The old hospital's walls had seen many people suffer and die, and a dark feeling lingered. A former security guard, who worked at night, told scary stories of strange things happening. Nurses often talked about the weird things they recorded, like hearing voices or doors opening by themselves. The staff believed the building was a place where evil spirits gathered. One night, a patient's loud scream was caught on camera in the empty lobby. The guard felt scared when he watched the video, but what happened next was even scarier. A deer appeared on screen with glowing eyes, and it seemed to suck the life out of the air. The guard knew deer didn't belong in the hospital, and this was no normal deer. But the scariest thing happened the next night. As the guard made his rounds, he saw something terrifying. A dark figure formed in front of him, filling the room with fear. The guard was frozen in terror as the figure moved closer, its eyes burning with evil. The nurses tried to laugh off the strange things, but the guard knew he faced pure evil.
Miren cómo se mueve eso.
He knew he had to get out of the hospital before it was too late. Urban adventurer Chris Hill bravely explores the abandoned Holden Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio, a place with a dark past and unexplained terrors. Several bodies have been found here, each meeting a mysterious and gruesome end. Chris sets out to document the empty buildings before they're demolished, but he's about to encounter more than he expected.
I could have swore I heard something. I think that's an animal.
As he explores the deserted First Hungarian Baptist Church, Chris feels an eerie presence. Strange noises echo through the basement, and a door slams shut on the main floor, prompting him to investigate. But he finds nothing. That is, until he reviews his footage. To his horror, a shadowy figure approaches the door before it slams shut.
That's weird. What's upstairs? Oh,
Another clip shows a ghostly, translucent entity moving among the pews, filling the air with malevolent energy. But the chilling events don't stop there. Chris's excursion takes a sinister turn when he enters an abandoned house on Holden Avenue. He hears noise from upstairs and panics, realizing he's not alone. A figure gazes back at him from behind a curtain, its eyes glowing with an otherworldly light.
Hope I don't find a body down here. It actually looks like it's just underneath the house. It's not really a basement. Still creepy. Sorry.
Knowing the street's spine-chilling tales, Chris understands he's in danger. He flees the house, but the haunting image lingers.
I didn't know nobody lived there. Oh my God. Shit.
As Chris delves deeper into Holden Avenue's mysteries, he experiences more inexplicable incidents. Equipment vanishes, eerie noises follow him, and he feels like he's being watched. He suspects the street harbors a malevolent force opposing his presence. Despite the looming dread, Chris continues his quest, driven by curiosity for the macabre. But with each step, he's drawn closer to the darkness at Holden Avenue's heart. Will he survive to tell his tale or become the street's next victim? In the middle of the night, Regina was suddenly woken up by the scary sound of a cat crying from the closet. The silence that followed, and the fact that they didn't have any pets, made her very afraid. She was shaking with fear as she recorded what was happening.
Sightings. empiezan a escuchar ruidos. Escuché como un gato, como dos gatos que se estuvieran peleando dentro. Oh, se escucha mucho.
And then she saw something that made her scream. A pale, ghostly face came out of the closet.
Se oyó, se está abriendo el closet. Pero voy a checar porque parecen gatos.
Looked at her, and then disappeared into the darkness. The terror didn't stop there. For many nights, Regina and Sarai saw shadowy figures moving around their home, always just out of sight. The presence seemed to come from the walls, making it impossible to escape.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? No manches, mami. ¿Qué es eso? Se movió. Vamos. No, vamos, ¿cómo chingos que no? Vamos. Sin dejar de ver. Aquí se movió. Aquí estaba.
No manches, no hay nada.
Ay, no hay nada, Regina.
¿Se desapareció o qué?
No sé.
No manches, no.
Ya no hay nada.
One evening, they heard heavy footsteps in the kitchen, and then the cat cries started again, louder and scarier. That's when they saw it, a dark shape lurking in the shadows, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. Sarahi called the police, but they didn't find anything. Yet, the haunting stopped. Some people think it was a malevolent spirit, a witch who had taken over their home. Others believe it was something even more sinister. One thing is certain, Regina and Sarahi.
Tú no eres un gato.
¿Qué pasó? ¡Ay, qué es eso!
Vete de aquí, ¿quién eres?
¿Qué es eso?
¿Quién eres? Te estoy grabando, ¿quién eres? ¿Por qué estás aquí en mi casa? Tú no eres un gato. Tú no eres un gato. Te ordeno que te vayas de mi casa. No manches. ¿Qué es eso, Regina? Se abrió la puerta. Ay, güey. Se me abrió la puerta. Vámonos.
Will never forget the horror that invaded their lives and the fear that still lurks in the shadows, waiting to strike. A group of friends entered a long-abandoned building, ignoring the eerie atmosphere. As they navigated the dimly lit corridors, their flashlights created flickering shadows on the walls. In a room that seemed frozen in time, a ghostly female figure appeared in a mirror's reflection. Unaware of the impending horror, they continued until the apparition reappeared, extending her icy hand. Fear set in as they fled, leaving behind a haunting question.
知らん。
そういうこと？わざわざ用意して。
いや、違う。
ふざけてんの？
いや、俺前来た時なかったんだ、本当に。
ふざけてんの？
Had they truly escaped the vengeful spirit? As they rushed outside, the darkness seemed to swallow them whole. The ghostly figure appeared before them, her eyes blazing with fury. The friends stood frozen, gripped by terror, as the spirit began to claim them. One by one.
いや、ちょっと本当。
意味がわかんないし、わざわざあんなも用意して。
いや、でも俺じゃない。
意味がわかんないし。
いや、本当ごめん。やばい。
They vanished into the shadows, never to return. The last survivor stumbled backward as the ghostly figure advanced, her presence overwhelming. Desperate to escape, the last friend tried to flee, but their feet felt heavy, as if rooted to the spot. The ghostly figure reached out with a bony hand, touching their face, and everything went black. The next day, authorities found them curled up on the ground, their eyes wide with horror, their body paralyzed by fear. The ghostly figure was never seen again, but the legend persisted, a chilling reminder of the terror within the abandoned building. A lone ghost hunter, Allah, entered an abandoned building, drawn by rumors of a sinister presence. The air was thick with an eerie atmosphere, and every step creaked ominously. As he went deeper, the darkness seemed to move around him, alive and threatening. Doors shut on their own, and an unseen force watched him, waiting. The wind whispered an unearthly language, and shadows twisted into grotesque shapes. Allah's heart raced with each step, but he continued, driven by curiosity. The building seemed to shift, trapping him in a maze of fear. Suddenly, a loud noise shattered the silence, and Allah almost fell through the railing to the concrete floor below. Shaken, he turned to leave, but the entity had already targeted him. The darkness closed in, a suffocating blanket of fear.
ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله بسم الله حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
Allah stumbled through the darkness, desperate to escape, but the building seemed endless, a never-ending nightmare. Finally, he emerged into the night, gasping for air, but the question remained. Had he truly escaped the horror within, or had he unleashed it upon the world? The darkness pulsed with a malevolent energy, waiting for its next victim. As we finish exploring the depths of terror, we're reminded that some mysteries are better left alone. The shadows in these abandoned places are real, and they're waiting for their next victim. Remember, once you look into the darkness looks back at you. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey through scary videos. We hope you enjoyed the excitement and suspense of exploring the unknown. If you had a good time, please like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling content. And remember, true fear begins when the lights go out. In 2000, a woman got married and bought another house, hoping to start a new chapter in her life. But soon, strange things started happening. When she was alone in the kitchen, she would hear weird noises, like whispers and creaks. At first, she thought it was just the house settling, but then she began to feel a chill run down her spine. Her husband didn't believe her, thinking she was just stressed or tired, so she began recording videos to prove it. But things got worse. One day, she saw something terrifying. She went into the kitchen and saw dishes and cups all over the floor, as if someone had thrown them. Then, a ghostly figure appeared from the shadows, staring at her husband with a scary look. The woman was extremely frightened, her heart racing like never before. She tried to scream, but her voice was frozen in her throat. But that wasn't the end. A month later, her husband was found dead, hanging from the ceiling in the very same kitchen. The police said it was a suicide, but the woman knew better. She knew what she saw that day, and she knew that something sinister was at play. The woman was devastated and alone, left to pick up the pieces of her shattered life. She never saw the ghost again, but she knew she had seen something evil, something that had taken her husband's life. Now she's left to wonder if she's next, living in constant fear of the unknown. Freddie, a seasoned construction worker in Texas, recounts a bone-chilling tale that has left him shaken to this day. It was a dark and stormy night, and his coworker Jose was struggling to move a massive wooden cable reel, weighing over a ton, into place. Despite his best efforts, Jose was no match for the reel's sheer weight. Just as he was about to give up, a mysterious figure emerged from the shadows, his face obscured by the darkness. Without a word, the stranger grasped the reel and helped Jose move it into position. Jose was overwhelmed with gratitude, but when he turned to thank the man, he vanished into thin air. Perplexed and spooked, Jose rushed to tell Freddie and their boss about the encounter. They were skeptical at first. But as they reviewed the security footage, they realized that Jose was indeed alone on the site that fateful night. The cameras captured no sign of the mysterious stranger. But what they did find was an old photo of a man named Alan Lopes, who had tragically lost his life in a horrific accident on the very same site 7 years ago. Jose's eyes widened in horror as he recognized the man in the photo as the one who had helped him. Freddie and the boss were paralyzed with fear, unable to comprehend the inexplicable events that had unfolded. They tried to rationalize it, but the truth was too terrifying to accept.
There's no chance. Even if you pushed it hard enough, it's not rolling that far and it's coming back.
Jose had been helped by the restless spirit of Alan Lopes, forever trapped between worlds. Freddie, driven by a mix of fear and fascination, shared the chilling footage on TikTok, hoping to find some answers. But the online community was unforgiving, dismissing the video as a hoax. Undeterred, Freddy decided to demonstrate the reel's massive weight, hoping to find a logical explanation. Yet, deep down, he knew the truth. Hose had been helped by a ghostly apparition, forever doomed to roam the construction site. As he explored the empty hospital, he found an old operating room. But what he saw inside scared him. A strange object moved by itself, as if it wanted him to come closer. He carefully entered the room and started recording with his camera. Slowly, he walked towards a container and saw something terrible. A head was inside, with eyes that seemed to be screaming. He screamed too and tried to run away, but it was too late. The darkness surrounded him, and he felt a fear he couldn't describe. The eyes in the container seemed to be following him, boring into his soul. He stumbled backward, tripping over his own feet. As he fell, the camera slipped from his grasp, and the footage continued to roll, capturing the unspeakable horror. The head in the container started to twitch, its mouth opening in a silent scream. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and the air grew colder. He scrambled to his feet, desperate to escape, but the doors slammed shut, trapping him inside. The darkness closed in, and he heard the sound of whispers, a chilling chant that seemed to come from all directions. And then, the head in the container started to speak, its voice a low, raspy whisper that sent shivers down his spine. Aston Paranormal explored the infamous Goldfield Hotel in Nevada, unleashing a 45-minute descent into terror. From the moment they entered, strange occurrences plagued the team. Just 2 minutes in, an inexplicable event sent shockwaves through the group as they navigated the hotel's eerie hallways.
Jen, you're walking outside just to cool. It's just a paper. That wasn't the paper. No, that wasn't. Oh, there's something rolling. That wasn't the paper. No, that wasn't. Oh, there's something rolling.
As they delved deeper, the atmosphere grew more menacing, with unexplained noises and ghostly apparitions manifesting on camera.
What was it?
It's like something touched my hair or my arm.
The investigation was a maelstrom of fear, with each new discovery more terrifying than the last. In the basement, Sam and Caden uncovered evidence of the paranormal, while Desmond and Eric attempted to communicate with the spirits on the second floor. But the spirits' response was a chilling whisper, leaving the team frozen in fear.
First off, we want to introduce ourselves. Like I said, I'm Desmond. Across from me, we have Eric.
Hello.
We're not here to cause any trouble or to be disrespectful or to hurt anybody. We just want to try to communicate with you guys. And if you're willing to answer some of our questions, we would appreciate it. So, if there's anybody upstairs with us, we have Eric.
Hello.
We're not here to cause any trouble or to be disrespectful or to and if you're willing to answer some of our questions, we would appreciate it. So, we would appreciate it.
The camera captured a disembodied voice, its malevolent presence lingering in the air. As they pressed on, the team faced an onslaught of physical attacks. Eric was violently struck in the stomach, leaving him reeling in agony. The spirits seemed to be targeting him, their motives unknown. Desperate for answers, the team set up equipment to entice the spirits. But what followed was a horrific display of paranormal fury. A ball was hurled with supernatural force, sending the team scrambling for cover.
The energy from our equipment here. If you want to drain these batteries, either this one in front of me or the one Desmond's holding. They're not going to harm you in any way, but you can use that energy, and if you can harness that, do you think you could roll this ball? That way we know you're here. Yeah, buddy. Just got thrown out here. Something got thrown?
As they ventured further, the events escalated into a heart-pounding crescendo.
Feel like that? No, it looks like something got thrown. On the top? Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's a cotton ball.
Footsteps echoed from above. Despite no one being present, the teen was trapped in a living nightmare, with fear clawing at their sanity.
Is that above us? I heard footsteps.
And then the unthinkable happened. The door slammed shut, trapping them in the hotel's depths. The Goldfield Hotel's dark legacy had them in its grasp, and Aston Paranormal's investigation had unleashed a terror beyond their wildest imagination. Two brave investigators searched the dark house, room by room, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. They were scared because they had heard loud noises just before, like someone was following them. When they entered the first room, they saw a mess. Furniture was turned over, and things were all over the floor. It looked like a tornado had swept through.
Hey, my floor. What? Your whole room. I didn't hear anything.
But when they went to the next room, it was quiet and empty, as if the house was holding its breath. This house had a reputation for strange occurrences, and the investigators were used to it, but it was still scary. Every time they tried to record what was happening, it would stop. It was as if the house didn't want its secrets revealed.
Yeah.
We're up there.
This time, they set up a camera in the bedroom and caught something truly terrifying. When they watched the video, they saw a plate fly off the bedside table and fall to the ground. No one was in the room. It was as if an invisible force had swept it away. But something even stranger happened before. The same camera recorded the plate moving on its own weeks ago. It went up in the air, stayed there for a moment, and then fell. The investigators were baffled. They didn't know what was going on in the house, but they knew they had to get to the bottom of it. As they continued to explore, they found more evidence of the paranormal activity. Doors creaked open and shut on their own, and disembodied whispers seemed to come from nowhere. The investigators were trapped in a living nightmare, and they didn't know how to escape. The house seemed to be playing tricks on them, leading them deeper into its depths. And then, they stumbled upon the room that would change everything. A room filled with secrets and terrors beyond their wildest imagination. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this spooky journey into paranormal activity. We looked at some really creepy cases that will keep you awake at night. If you're ready for more, check out our next video for more scary content. For now, may the darkness not be too scary.
I'm going to research some of the buildings. I'll try to get answers. Because... Are you kidding me? No way. This is like an actual horror movie. I literally think I just like summoned.
I'm shaking right now.
Okay. And her keys are in the bag.
We need to go. We need to go get my keys.
And the light turned on.
I don't want to go.
Okay, well, I'm going to literally record this whole thing just so you guys can see what happened. I'm literally so scared. Okay.
Like, bro, and then I see something. Yo, if there's anybody in here, you need to leave. So, if there's anybody here, go.
The discovery of the hidden bag in the wall filled the owner with constant dread. The old patient IDs from a notorious psychiatric hospital seemed to summon a malevolent force, leading to a surge in paranormal activity that descended into pure horror.
I've laid all the cards out and we've been doing some research. You can only see them well with the flashlight, but a lot of the medications these people were taking were for schizophrenia and other disorders like that. Some were for bipolar and some were from anxiety or psychotic episodes, and this is mind-blowing.
Doors slammed shut on their own, ghostly voices echoed through the halls, and spectral figures appeared at night, their eyes glowing with a sinister light.
I'm going to research some of the buildings. I'll try to get answers. Because... Are you kidding me? No way. This is like an actual horror movie. I literally think I just summoned.
As the owner investigated further, they realized they weren't alone in their terror. Family members and coworkers reported similar supernatural experiences, making the owner believe they were trapped in a living nightmare. Their grip on reality began to slip, and they questioned their own sanity. The pandemic's isolation worsened their situation, but the owner soon discovered they weren't alone in their home. The pale, ghostly figure from the security footage invaded their dreams, its presence filled with unspeakable evil. The owner knew they had to escape, but the forces of darkness seemed determined to keep them trapped. Every door led to more horrors, and every window revealed a new terror. Now, the owner's home is a hub of fear, a place where the living are not welcome.
I'm shaking right now.
Okay, and her keys are in the bag.
We need to go. We need to go get my keys.
And the light turned on.
I don't want to go.
Okay, well, I'm going to literally record this whole thing just so you guys can see what happened. I'm literally so scared. Okay, something.
The spirits of former patients roam free, spreading madness and terror to all who enter. At the center of it all is the mysterious bag, a portal to a realm of unimaginable horror. The owner is consumed by constant fear, knowing they're just a pawn in a game of supernatural terror. A mysterious journal was found in an attic, starting a terrifying chain of events in a rural farmhouse. The journal's dark entries about lives lost in battle seemed to have awakened an evil entity. As the homeowner looked deeper into the journal, they began to experience strange and frightening things. Doors slamming shut, ghostly whispers in the night, and feeling like they were being watched by unseen eyes. The homeowner was getting more and more anxious, so they asked 2 investigators for help. The investigators spent 2 nights in the house, trying to find the source of the terror. They started by asking the unknown spirit to move a pile of cards, but what happened next was shocking.
If there's anything, can you move these cards?
Just do something. Like, all you gotta do is just go like, just do something with the cards.
Okay. Oh, that freaked the out of me. What
Yeah,
is
now
it?
it's leveled. Now it's starting to say stuff.
A chair moved across the floor, and a kitchen cabinet door opened with a loud crash. As they continued their investigation, the strange events got worse.
Reason.
Reason?
What reason did you have? Isn't it kind of strange that, whoa.
A piano started playing scary music by itself, and a dark figure was seen on camera walking through the kitchen. The investigators were frozen with fear, unsure of what they were dealing with. Was it the spirit of the journal's owner, or something even more evil? The truth was still unknown, but one thing was clear. The journal had unleashed a horror beyond their worst fears. The investigators knew they had to get to the bottom of the mystery. But as they dug deeper, they realized they were in grave danger. The evil force was getting stronger, and it would stop at nothing to claim their souls. Would they be able to uncover the secrets of the cursed journal, or would they become its next victims? A family's new home was supposed to be a fresh start, but it quickly turned into a terrifying experience. Despite moving, they were followed by paranormal activity, which escalated into a living nightmare. Security footage showed strange movements, leading to a chilling discovery. The homeowner's sense of safety was shattered when they found a black shoe sticking out of the closet, followed by a ghostly face lurking in the shadows. This entity seemed to be taller than the homeowner and wore unfamiliar black shoes, filling them with dread.
Oh, what the fuck? Dude.
As the haunting got worse, the homeowner's grip on reality began to slip. A priest was called to cleanse the property, but it didn't work. In desperation, a homemade Ouija board was created, unleashing a malevolent force that took over the home.
I don't know. Should I just lightly touch it? I'm assuming so it could. It's not very easily liable. Should probably. Well, I guess it's the way it should be, right? I don't know. I can't
Objects moved on their own, and a dark, shadowy figure appeared, watching the homeowner's every move. A strange book was found with a burned page that said, Hell, suggesting an evil presence. The homeowner was trapped in a never-ending cycle of terror, with no escape from the entity. But that wasn't the end. A disturbing video was found on the homeowner's device, showing a figure standing in the dark. The homeowner had no memory of recording it, and its origin remains unknown. The figure in the video seemed to mimic the homeowner, adding to their fear. The situation is spiraling out of control, leaving the outcome uncertain. Will the homeowner survive the haunting, or will they become the entity's next victim? A skeptic's visit to a liquor store changed their mind about the paranormal. Strange things started happening. Unexplained banging sounds, doors opening and closing by themselves, and a ghostly voice saying, "Come here." The voice got louder and scarier, seeming to come from everywhere. As time went on, the events got worse, so the person started documenting their experiences. But with each recording, it became clear that they weren't alone.
Okay guys, so I'm hearing like noises coming from this back room. Oh my goodness, bro, it's happening again. Alright, I'm gonna go and look.
as you can see, nobody's back here. Nobody's behind the door. Nobody just came up behind me. Like, I'm serious.
One evening, loud knocks at the door led to an investigation. A mysterious figure with no features appeared from the shadows, filling the air with a terrifying feeling.
Like, bro, and then I see something. Yo, if there's anybody in here, you need to leave. So, if there's anybody here, go. Yeah, I don't know about this, man. I don't know. What was that, bro? Yo, anybody in here? Anybody in here?
As it approached, its presence became overwhelming, and an attempt to escape was stopped by an invisible force, leaving a painful red mark on the arm. The mark felt like a burn.
Bro, what the fuck is that? Oh, shit. Ow. Bro, I just got pushed, bro. Ah, my arm hurts. Oh, come on, bruh.
Despite the fear, the back room was searched, but no one was found. The air felt evil, with a smell of decay. The haunted liquor store left a scary memory, proving the paranormal is real. This experience serves as a warning. Some places are best left alone, or you might meet a malevolent entity that will haunt you forever. Englefield Hall, a 140-year-old building in England, has a dark past that seems to come from its very walls. Built in 1880 as a coffee house, it has been a hotel, evacuation center, and school before being abandoned in 1963. The once grand hall is now consumed by shadows, leaving a scary atmosphere. After 30 years of neglect, it became a social club, but the paranormal activity inside has only grown stronger. Visitors and staff have reported terrifying experiences. Shadowy figures dart around corners, ghostly voices whisper in the dark, loud bangs echo through the halls, and mysterious footsteps follow people. Some have even seen a ghostly child hiding in rooms and calling out for its mother. This child's presence is always accompanied by intense fear, as if it's trapped by a malevolent entity. A team of paranormal investigators explored Englefield Hall to uncover its secrets. Entering the main room, they were met with an eerie silence, then a chilling sound and a child's voice calling for its mother. The team froze, realizing they weren't alone.
Can you make another noise for us, please?
As they continued, the paranormal activity escalated, becoming more aggressive. A camera caught a strange movement on the second floor, while loud footsteps charged towards them, sending them stumbling backward.
Hello? Whoa!
Summoning their courage, the team went upstairs, unaware of the eerie evidence they had just captured. A shadowy figure moving through an open doorway, filling the room with its presence. Reviewing their footage, the team discovered a chilling truth. They had captured audio and visual proof of the paranormal, and it was more terrifying than they had ever imagined. As night falls, shadows beckon you, and fear becomes your constant companion. The horrors you faced will haunt you forever, and the evil here will never let go. You're trapped in a place of unspeakable terror, where the living are not welcome, and lost spirits wander aimlessly. The darkness surrounds you. Shadows twist into terrifying forms, and the wind whispers secrets to the cursed. You're forever doomed to roam these hallways, tormented by evil forces and consumed by fear. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more content and share it with your friends and family to spread the fear.
Yo. Everything's going all f***ing haywire. We got alarms going off. Ryan's out on patrol. Like there's a fucking poltergeist or some shit in here. Oh!
Get to the other side. Which
What the f?
A family moved into a new home, excited for a fresh start. But soon, strange things began to happen. Their dog, Boy, was clearly scared, his tail tucked between his legs. One day, the father was home alone when he heard a faint noise in the dining room. He recorded it, asking, "Who's there?"
Who's there? Huh?
But the only response was an unsettling silence. As he listened back to the recording, he captured strange movements and eerie creaks that sent chills down his spine. Boy's nervous behavior became more frequent. He would sense something was wrong and refuse to go downstairs, as if he saw something his owners couldn't.
Where you going? What's there, boy?
The family tried to brush it off as mere anxiety, but deep down, they knew something was amiss. They started to experience strange occurrences themselves. A lamp shaking violently, an envelope moving on its own, and disembodied whispers in the dead of night. But Boy's fear was the biggest sign that something was terribly wrong. The family tried to investigate, but the more they dug, the more they realized they were in over their heads. They began to feel like they were living in a nightmare with no escape. The final straw came when Boy refused to enter the house altogether. The family realized Boy was right. They had to get out. They left the house in fear, leaving behind their belongings and memories. It's been 2 years now, and the house in New Jersey remains empty, a haunted monument to the family's terrifying ordeal. The house is still for sale, but no one dares to buy it. Boy's fear was a warning they ignored, and now the house stands as a reminder of the horrors that lie within its walls. It was a typical day at the office when suddenly, everything went wrong. Someone grabbed their phone to record the strange occurrences happening around them.
Everything's going all fucking haywire. We got alarms going off. Ryan's out on patrol. Like there's a fucking poltergeist or some shit in here. Oh, fuck that! Oh, no, fuck this. Holy shit!
Alarms went off, and a colleague ran outside to check what was happening. They were convinced that a ghost had taken over the office. "What's happening?" They shouted, their voice shaking with fear. The flashing lights were confusing, and the door slammed shut so hard that they ran outside for air. They were terrified, and their voice showed it. They tried to understand what was happening, but they felt something bad was hiding in the dark. The ghostly presence was unmistakable, and their fear was spreading. They couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, and the eerie atmosphere was making their skin crawl. Every step they took, every sound they heard, made them more and more anxious. They just wanted to get out of there and never come back. They wanted to forget the terror they felt, but they knew it would haunt them forever. The British paranormal team, Moxley's Crazy Adventures, dares to explore the notorious farmhouse from the 1800s, where the veil between worlds is whisper-thin. The last occupant, a reclusive farmer, died in 2007, but the locals' hushed whispers about his sinister fascination with the occult still linger. As the team steps inside, the creepy atmosphere envelops them like a shroud.
What was up?
What was that?
I am not like that.
Someone's upstairs, bro.
Creaking floorboards and groaning doors seem to whisper ominous warnings, making them feel like unwelcome intruders. Every step creaks with malevolent intent, and the shadows seem to writhe like living darkness. The strange noises escalate, sending icy shivers down their spines. In the darkness, they tempt fate by trying to contact spirits, but the response is a maelstrom of terror.
Are there any spirits here with us? Would you make any bang for us?
Come on, do something. Do something to affect one of us.
Whoa!
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
I just got pushed.
What?
I just got pushed. I got hit.
A malignant entity slams doors, shatters equipment, and targets the team's sole female member with a vicious fury. She's dragged across the filthy floor, her screams echoing through the void. As the team struggles to intervene, the spirit's wrath is a palpable force, and the team is paralyzed by fear.
Get to the other side. Which What the f?
What's up? What's up?
Oh sh!
Alright, love. What's up? What's up?
I just got pulled and dragged.
They flee in terror, but not before capturing evidence of the entity's unbridled fury.
We know you like to bully women. Bully one of us. Bully one of the men. Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm all tangled.
Come on, bro. Carry on. Stop.
Watch the full investigation on Moxley's crazy adventures if you dare to confront the darkness. But be warned, the evil spirit's presence will haunt your dreams, leaving you gasping for breath, and its malevolent shadow will follow you long after the lights fade to black. In Japan, a chilling tale of a haunted house has emerged. A family lived there, but after a year, the father's behavior became increasingly bizarre. He told a neighbor that his loved ones had perished, leaving him consumed by grief. However, the truth was even more shocking. His family was alive when they fled the house in fear. The next occupant encountered a ghostly apparition and experienced terrifying events. He was so frightened that he abandoned the house after just a few months. He couldn't handle the eerie atmosphere and the constant feeling of being watched. Then, a curious individual moved in, determined to uncover the source of the strange occurrences. He set up cameras to capture evidence, but what he recorded was deeply unsettling. Doors opened and closed autonomously, and ghostly figures materialized. In the bathroom, a white spectre appeared, accompanied by the sound of running water echoing through the vacant space. In the bedroom, a dark presence watched his every move. As the nights wore on, the eerie events intensified. Loud bangs and unsettling sounds emanated from the closet. He felt like he was being stalked by a malevolent entity. He tried to shake off the feeling, but it only intensified. He started to feel like he was losing his mind. Was it the ghost of a former occupant, or something even more sinister? He discovered a dark history surrounding the house. He found old newspapers and police reports detailing a tragic event that occurred in the house many years ago. It seemed that the family was not the first to experience the horror of the haunted house. He realized that he had to get out of the house before it was too late. But as he tried to leave, he felt a chill run down his spine. The doors were stuck, and he was trapped. The sinister entity had him right where it wanted him. A security camera in a young girl's bedroom captures a scary moment. At 3 a.m., she runs to her father's room, looking very frightened. She said she saw something on the ceiling, but her father thinks it's just a bug. However, the camera footage shows something more sinister. The lights flicker in a strange way, and the sound of the light switch being turned on and off is heard. It's as if an invisible force is playing with the lights. The girl wakes up and looks at the ceiling with fear in her eyes. She thinks something is there. Her father starts to worry that something is really wrong. As the days go by, more strange things happen. A glowing orb is seen floating around the younger daughter's room, followed by 3 loud knocks. The older daughter feels something touch her foot while she's sleeping. She wakes up and looks around, but there's no one there. The family starts to feel like they're being watched all the time. The father tries to reassure his daughters that everything will be okay, but he's getting more and more worried. He sets up more cameras around the house, hoping to catch some evidence of what's happening. But the more he sees, the more he realizes that he doesn't know what's going on. The family is very scared and doesn't know what's happening. The father shares the camera footage, hoping someone can help them understand what's going on. Will they find out the truth behind these scary events? Or will they become victims of a dark force? As the nights go by, the strange occurrences get more frequent and more intense. The family starts to feel like they're living in a horror movie. They're trapped in their own home, with no way out. The father is desperate for answers, but he's not sure where to look. He's starting to feel like he's losing his grip on reality. The family's story is a chilling reminder that sometimes the things that go bump in the night are real. And sometimes they're not just harmless bugs or creaky floorboards. Sometimes there's something much more sinister. Scary videos play on our biggest fears, leaving us feeling uncomfortable and uncertain. They make us wonder what's real and what's just an illusion. As we watch, they remind us that the unknown can be frightening, and sometimes the truth is scarier than fiction. If you like these videos, please subscribe to our channel for more scary videos and paranormal content. Turn on the notification bell to get updates on our new videos. Also, share this video with friends and family who like to be scared.